Lead singer of Fun, Nate Ruess, on your SoJO Morning Show. Good morning. What are you doing, Nate?
Just chilling. I'm just chilling at the airport in Montreal. It's real exciting. Like, I can hear, first of all, people who talk really loudly on their cell phones are super annoying, and so is the loudspeaker. But otherwise, I'm fantastic.
That's amazing. You know, you probably should just scream "Nothing Without Love" so that you can just overwrite everybody else screaming on their phones, and they'll know exactly who you are, right?
I don't think they will. I've got my hat down real low.
Fun lead singer Nate Ruess joining us on the SoJO Morning Show. Cool. Debut solo album out today called Grand Romatic, featuring the hit "Nothing Without Love." We're playing it here on SoJO. The new single "Great Big Storm" also is on the album. Nate, I think fans of the band were expecting another Fun record. Why did you feel the need to go at it alone at this moment?
Well, I just felt like we made the last album, and my expectations were not what it ended up being. So I kind of looked around and realized, like, I've been in bands for the last 15 years. I'd made band albums. I wanted the opportunity just to make my own album.
Nothing Without Love is an emotional track, and probably not being sung at an airport may not be a good idea, but universal in its theme. What does this song mean to you, though?
I had writing writing it in the shower. It just came to me. And I jumped out of the shower and sang it into my phone, and then listened back, and I didn't even realize when I do stuff like that, I don't even know what I'm singing at the time.
Sure.
And so I listened back and I said "Nothing Without Love," and I thought that I thought it was so simple that I was like, okay, well, I better check online and see if I'm plagiarizing anybody. And I was just shocked that it wasn't this kind of universal thing. And it was how I felt at the time, and it's how I still feel, and it's something that is important to me. I think that a lot of music today is based on the bad experiences, sure. And I wanted to identify and acknowledge something positive.
Now, Nothing Without Love, such an amazing song, and you just mentioned that you wrote it in the shower. Do you find yourself writing a lot of songs when you're alone in certain places, like the shower or driving your car, for example?
Those are the places that I do write songs, because okay. I don't write with people. I usually bring a song into other people, and with the way that I write, I actually just hear songs in my head, and I don't play an instrument. So I kind of work out the entire song before I even present it to my bandmates or producers or co-writers or anything like that. And so yeah, that's the only time I really get alone is I'll be in the shower, and I'll usually have just gone for a run, so I'll kind of have this energy. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of times, if you're stuck in traffic and you got nothing to do, you're kind of just all right, I'm just going to write a song.
Yeah, why not? Lead singer of Fun, Nate Ruess, joining us on the SoJO Morning Show, and thank you so much for stopping by. You'll be in our next neck of the woods coming up July 12th, playing at the Festival Pier in Philadelphia. What can fans expect on your new tour?
I think that they can expect to hear a lot of songs that they've heard before, whether they're Fun songs, whether they're cover songs, whether some people are fans of even my band from 2 bands ago, a band called The Format. So right. I'm just trying to I guess I'm just going with a body of work. I've been doing this for so freaking long, and I really I'm addicted to having shows where everybody knows almost every word.
That's amazing. That's got to be an amazing feeling, too, when you get on stage and you see all the fans just singing every word of the songs that you sang and the songs that you wrote by yourself.
Yeah, it's pretty insane, and it's I mean, we our first batch of shows, this band that I'm playing with and I, we just went to Europe a few weeks ago, and that was where our first show was, and it was amazing to just see people singing along to every word. And any song that I've released so far off of Grand Romatic, people just, the audience knowing every word. It's this really special thing, and it's something that I've always, it keeps me on the road, which is a wonderful thing, because I do love traveling.
And, of course, you're in Montreal right now at an airport, so there's a big case and example of you loving to travel. It's a big week for you, too. On Friday, you're part of the Today Show, Toyota Summer Concert Series. We're just talking about the audience singing along with you. You're going to be putting on a performance in front of the cameras. What's that like as opposed to just doing a live show? I mean,
it's a little more nerve-wracking, particularly when it's live. Mm-hmm. Because you're playing for, you have to assume that most of the viewership doesn't know who you are. And I might have weird tics that I do that maybe fans of me or the band might notice. However, you kind of have to be a little more aware of everything and know that it's live and you can't really mess up. And fortunately, I've been thrown into a lot of those situations over the last few years that it gets slightly easier and easier every time.
Nate Ruess of Fun joining us on the SoJO Morning Show. 20 million singles sold, 2 Grammy wins, and soon you'll be honored with the Songwriters Hall of Fame's prestigious Hal David Charlight Award with gifted songwriters and people in the music industry that have made a difference, like Imagine Dragons frontman Dan Reynolds, Taylor Swift. What does that honor mean to you, and what is it like to be in that company of past recipients?
It's pretty special. I would say out of all of any sort of accolade or award or anything, this one means the most to me because writing songs is really, what it's about for me. Whether I write, a song for Pink or Eminem or Kesha or anything like that. That's the most important part for me. It's not having my voice on it or my name on it. In fact, I've written songs for people that have done well that I've taken my name off of. But
can you name a song that maybe you wrote that is being heard and sung by somebody else that your name's not on?
It was the song by Cisco.
I knew you wrote that song, Nate Ruess.
That and Who Let the Dogs Out.
Nate Ruess of Fun joining us on the SoJO Morning Show. I can't wait to hear this album in its fullness, and seeing you in Philadelphia will be amazing too, so we can't wait.
Awesome. Thank you, Tom.